So we should keep more fresh water, keep the reservoirs full, and just have some sensible fire breaks and move the brush away from houses.
Yes, there was a clash between Elon Musk and Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom tried to lie but was exposed by everyone. If you draw back, Elon Musk Tesla was located in California due to Gavin Newsom mismanagement. He flew to Texas. Now this is going on. This is what Elon Musk had to say. Before we go into another clip, I will read out the article so you can understand exactly what is going on.
I mean, there's some good regulations, but there's just so much that we just can't get anything done. I mean, you take sort of the California wildfires, for example. Um, we really need to have fire breaks, and we need to clear the brush back away from houses, um, and uh, and we need to make sure the reservoirs are full. These are all kind of obvious things, but due to a bunch of environmental rulings, you can't actually do that in California. So they're not allowed to do the fire breaks, and they're not allowed to push the brush back away from houses, because it might hurt some, like, red-legged frog or something like that. There's like some sort of creature, that, usually a creature you've never heard of, that is preventing this from occurring. Um, there's like this fish called the smelt, for example, so we have far more freshwater runoff into the ocean than we should really, and on the theory that it helps this one little fish that likes a slightly briny freshwater saltwater mix. And if we keep more freshwater, then the smelt fish will not be happy. But there's no actual evidence that the smelt fish is going to be unhappy if we keep a bit more fresh water. In fact, so we should keep more fresh water, keep the reservoirs full, and just have some sensible fire breaks and move the brush away from houses. That's just an example of, like, we've saved a lot of trouble, a lot of tragedy in LA.
Yeah, a few hours ago, Gavin Newsom posted this. Elon Musk exposed by firefighters for his own lies.
So, all right. What about water availability? Was water availability? I understand that was like not an issue in Malibu. Is that correct?
Was it water?
Yeah.
So there was water. We have several reservoirs that casinos that we use a lot. Now, just an example, if we have one building burning,
Mm-hmm.
we could flow 1,000 gallons a minute on that one building with the hose lays that we put in
Yeah.
to stop it. You can imagine 1,000 gallons per house we couldn't do, right? So the amount
Yeah.
of water we're flowing, there really is no water system that's going to keep that pace. So we have to bring in water tenders, which are these big tank water tanks that 2,500, 3,000 gallon
Yeah.
trucks, and they'll come in. And that's what we have to do to compensate. So they park out there, do it. DWT did a great job. They brought in big water
Okay.
trucks for us,
All right.
and we use them as basically mobile hydrants,
All right.
right? And then we have our own agency as well that has water tenders.
Okay. My understanding is that like along the, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, in Malibu along the coast there was no shortage of water. In the Palisades there was a shortage of water at a certain point, or is that not accurate?
Well, we were flowing just an amount of water that the system couldn't overbear. That we're just
Okay.
overbearing, just because of how much water these firefighters were utilizing.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yes, when you take a look at this, Gavin tried to expose Elon, but exposed himself. Some of us actually watched the full video. Elon said that he heard there wasn't a water issue in Malabo and the firefighters confirmed. Then he asked if there was a shortage of water in Palisade. Firefighters said the system could not handle the water flow. Elon even asked to be corrected if he was wrong. Maybe Gavin could have fooled us before us, but not now. When you take a look at this, you can clearly see the lies he tried to pass out to the public. It is important. I'm going to play out the full video, though it's very long. I will cut it along the way. I just want you to understand who this guy is. Gavin Newsom is a liar. We all know that. Sometimes I don't want to blink word when I'm reporting on this guy because I know him to a certain level. I've been here on this platform for 4 years, and
I'm here with the fire command team at the Palisades Fire. Hey guys. um, and let's see. So this is uh, I was asked if we could bring some more Starlings here, so we've brought some more Starlings here, and I'm just here with the team, and they're going to provide a briefing of the Palisades Fire. So please go ahead.
All right. Hello, good evening. My name is Christian Litz. I'm with LA County Fire, cooperating with the partnership with CAL Fire Team 2, and I'm Operations Section Chief on the Palisades Fire. So Palisades Fire, I'll just go, we've been here since the beginning of the fire on Tuesday. We were looking at extreme damaging winds, erratic fire behavior coming through and blowing in from about midway on this map and blowing all the way down to the coastline there.
When does that start? Just to frame the thing for people. Like I said, like assume people like it's like great to get the story from like basically like a straight shooter.
Yep.
And
Perfect.
and like and so like how did it start and and then maybe after how did it start then like what are some of the things that can be done to prevent it in the future, but how did it start out, like what's the story?
So honestly, we don't know yet. It's still in an investigation. We don't know how it started.
Okay.
But because of the wind, honestly, it just allowed it to outpace anything possible. The winds are so strong. Air
Okay.
resources, which we use to keep it small,
Okay.
ineffective.
Okay.
So it blew at record break. It grew at a record breaking pace. The resources
Okay.
put themselves probably in a bigger danger than they've ever done.
Okay.
It saves as many structures, but you can see it started about here with the wind.
Okay.
And pushed it straight through the Palisades.
All right.
And it allowed it to grow laterally. As the wind slowed down,
Yeah.
it allowed it to go back the other way. But now the wind came back out of the north and blew down again. So we have several wind shifts. Resources are all around trying to both structure defense, which is down along the coast where the structure is more heavy. But we
Okay.
do have communities all along the top.
Sure.
That we've just been working.
yes, I understand that some people disagree with Elon Musk, but it should be so. Not everything he does that we can go along with, but we should appreciate what this guy is doing. Look at what he's doing here. This is not the first time he's assisting in certain situations like this. Gavin Newsom struggling to paint him red is because he is panicking that Elon Musk is a strong person. When elections are approaching, Gavin Newsom is not okay with Elon Musk because he knows the force he is carrying. You saw what happened during the campaigns with Trump. The force Elon Musk came in with, and we saw the result. So Gavin Newsom struggling to play around with Elon Musk at this time is something we understand. He's running, raising, he is everywhere on social media. People are complaining like this guy should be there struggling to assist people, not typing, going on podcasts at this moment.
Past recriminations and all that, but like we can't rewind the clock, but what we can do is say like in the future what should we do to minimize the probability that people's homes and businesses will burn down. Oh great.
Certainly,
It's,
certainly there's some stuff out there.
yeah.
We're about putting it out.
Okay.
But yeah, and I think that there's some people will come together and find something. But yeah, there's certainly some stuff out there. We just
All right, sounds good. All right. Hey everyone. So all right, what about water availability? Was water availability, I understand that was like not an issue in Malibu, is that correct?
was it water.
Yeah.
So there was water. We have several reservoirs that encinos that we use a lot. Now, just an example, if we have one building burning,
Mhm.
we could flow 1,000 gallons a minute on that one building with the hose lays that we put in
Yeah.
to stop it. you can imagine 1,000 gallons per house, we couldn't do, right? So the amount of water we're flowing, there really is no water system that's going to keep that pace. So we have to bring in water tenders, which are these big tank water tanks that, 2,500, 3,000 gallon trucks, and they'll come in. And that's what we have to do to compensate. So they park out there, do it. DWP did a great job. They brought in big water trucks for us, and we use them as basically mobile hydrants. Right?
We have watched the absolute exposure of the most incompetent. Wait, reserve your applause to the end.
Yes, if you must watch any video today, it should be this one.
Because how she handling it, you can see it in her face. She stays calm.
Crazy, right? I want to address something for people who says I'm singing when I'm speaking. I don't understand. Do you want me to be fast or slow? I want to know in the comment sections, because I read through all the comment sections for 2 days straight. This is what I see, especially new people coming to this channel.
Our city of the Pacific Palisades is burning, and I flew here last night. I was on the plane, started getting texts.
So I am evacuating my home.
What we need to do against what we know is right, and these are the results.
Trump is now calling that Governor Newsom should step down.
This is you getting water to areas that need water because there are fires in 100-mile-an-hour winds.
The situation is beyond control. I'll be updating you, giving you more information to what I'm observing on social media. I didn't want to report this, but people keep sending this to me. God bless you.
Health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
What do we do?
Right now you're looking history, remember it.
As a country about January.
Yeah, we were just talking about the wildfire situation and how crazy it is that they
so funny. And then I think all our tax dollars probably went for Gavin's hair gel. I don't know, but it's like, it's sad.
I want to be
Jim Jordan.
The 5 tenets of the First Amendment.
Like this Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
Lying machine that's going on.